Hello and welcome back to Bronze to Mythic. We have arrived in Silver and, well, let's see how this particular draft will evolve for us. There we go. What is it that the Magic Gods have prepared for us today? It's an Exhibition Tidecaller and a Wisdom of Ages. Oh my god. Alright, so we're gonna send the next person into into big spells, it seems like. Exhibition Tidecaller. I've not played with this card yet, so maybe that's the reason why I should take it here. Even after Wisdom of Ages, what else is in here? We have an Essence Scatter, which is really good. We have a Tome Blast that's really good. Depending on the deck, I think Monster's Rage can be pretty good. There's also Prismari Charm. Yeah, this is a very blue-red pack, if I've ever seen one. I love the Wisdom of Ages. This is just inevitability, but I've never played with the Exhibition Tidecaller. So maybe I want to try that now. But somebody is definitely gonna go into a different deck in the same colors. On the second pack, we have a Cauldron of Essence. The Cauldron of Essence is slow, as far as I have seen it, at least. So I'm not super happy picking one up here. Tome Blast would be pretty good. I love Run Behind. I think I love Run Behind a little bit more than Tome Blast. There's a Silver Quill Charm here. But I mean, if we want to make this Tidecaller work, then I think the choice is between Run Behind and Tome Blast. Maybe Tome Blast is just better. But the Tidecaller can also go into Quandrix, and that leaves us open for Quandrix. The Tidecaller is a lot better than Prismari for sure, so I think I'm gonna take the Run Behind here. Might be wrong. Nah, let's have early removal, prioritize it a little bit. Let's take Tome Blast. And then we get a divergent equation here. There's also another Run Behind. There's a Spectacle Summit. There's Sapphire in the Tempest. I don't really like this card. But divergent equation for sure. It's unfortunate that we're gonna fight for big spells to a person to our with a person to our left. But I mean, we get to pass in 2 packs and they get to pass in 1 pack. Seeing a Run Behind pass by here is also not the greatest, but people behind us will certainly be happy to pick that up. We are hoping to get the Spectacle Summit, maybe a Glass Ride back. So yeah, but it's divergent equation here for sure. And our red-blue dream end here. Hey, there's nothing here. We have a Repel Calamity, which I think is the best card in the pack, and probably what I'm gonna take. There's a Grapple with Death, if we want to move more into a Witherbloom direction. But it can also be, you know, like we can take Paradox Gardens. That would not be the worst here. I like Quandrix as well in these kinds of situations, so maybe the land is the correct pick, but I think I'm going to take the Repel Calamity. It's a good splash and is exactly what this deck is trying to accomplish. It's not so easy to splash it, but we can splash it, for example, with a Field of Strife. We have a Heated Argument here, which is pretty good. And best card in the pack is probably between Royal Treatment and the Heated Argument. Fields of Strife. Certainly interested in the Fields of Strife. But I think I want to take the Heated Argument just to signal to our left that, yeah, this path is taken. We have a Silver Quill Charm. Very late Silverquill Charm. Witherbloom seems to be very open. We have a very late Postmortem Professor. We have a Grapple with Death. We have a Titan's Grave. I think I'm gonna take the Grapple here. Maybe it's the Titan's Grave. But yeah, let's take the Grapple here and see how things develop. So the question is how strong do we want to fight for this? Because apparently the Witherbloom option is very, very good for us. We have a Disdainful Stroke here, which is like the ultimate tiebreaker for the big spells matchup, but can be lacking against the smaller decks. So I think I'm gonna stay the course here. We could take the Rubble Rouser. You don't want to have a lot of creatures in these decks, but the Rubble Rouser is certainly one of them that you can have. Best card in here is Group Project. Shattered Acolyte is fine. Rancorous Archaic. I could see picking an Archaic here, but this one is not the one that we are looking for. Is there a path out of blue and more into Lorehold? I think there is. So let's take the Group Project here. Wow, pick 9, we get the Essence Scatter. But I mean, this was the pack was really loaded. But I mean, the Essence Scatter here, we absolutely take. Didn't see any big spells here. Pest Mascot wield, Silverquill Charm wield. I don't think I see any outs currently out of this. Probably not gonna end up in Silverquill. Sapphire wield. We can take it. We can take the Mana Worm. We can take Hop to it. Shattered Acolyte. Let's just take the Sapphire. Nice. We get the Paradox Gardens. Absolutely love that. Hoping I get the Lorehold land back. I don't think we want the Rabbit attack. Yeah, we're definitely fighting for these spells. This is interesting because, oh, there's a Potioner's Trove. This is not very interesting at all. Oh, what a good pack for all the spells deck. But I think I get first pick with the Potioner's Trove, and then Brush Off is amazing, especially in the Mirror. Burst Lightning and Unsubtle Mockery are absolute necessary requirements to go toe-to-toe with the faster decks. Yeah, but Potioner's Trove here is just... that's exactly the card that we want to see. And there's another one. We have Scheming Silvertongue here, which is fine, but there's really nothing else. I could see myself picking up a Paradox Gardens, but that's not even great. Second Potioner's Trove, absolutely. There's a heated argument. And I think with the Divergent Equation, we want to be the big spells deck, but currently we have no real, like win condition. I could also see Page, Loose Leaf is fine, but I mean, we have much better options. So I think the heated argument is probably pretty good. The Campus Composer can be quite good in these decks as well. The Ward 2 really solidifies that, but you usually have very few creatures. So as soon as you play something, you give the opponent the out of actually using a removal spell. Yeah, and this certainly has dried up a bit. We could take the Pursue the Past, actually. If we are interested in splashing wide anyways, then a Pursue the Past could be pretty good. There's a Thunderdrum Soloist. This card is better than I originally anticipated, but the problem is that it's still... if you play this, then your opponent is just gonna kill it. And they finally have a spot for their removal. I think I'm just gonna take the Pursue the Past, and we will see how much white and how we can splash the white and so on. Well, we need something to win the game with. And a Tackle Artist can do that. Don't think I want to splash for a Wilt in the Heat. That's certainly not a good payoff. Tackle Artist can be okay, but it's not the preferred way, because this will still be a 1-for-1 if your opponent kills it. And you really want the Visionary Stance or something like this that you can recur, basically. Ancestral Anger. I could see a Titan's Grave here being the correct pick. I don't think that we are going to end up in the Ancestral Anger deck. Maybe it's Titan's Grave. There's an Expressive Fire Dancer. I'm going to pick that up because there's just nothing else in the pack, but that's not really the road we want to take. Nothing here for us. Tam, Observant Sequencer. I mean, sure. Nice, we get a Chase Inspiration. That's a little bit better for our Tackle Artist. Maybe the Sapphire. Stargaze, I don't think is for us. Well, there's just nothing for us, so let's take the Stargaze. Textbook Tabulator, sure, we're gonna take a creature. Strife Scholar, why not? At least this guy has a 6-mana sorcery attached to it. And the last pick is... oh, another Emeritus, and now we can actually take it. Alright, so that makes me want to... oh, but there's also Arcane Omens. Well... Arcane Omens might actually be better than Emeritus. We have 2 Potioner's Trove. Wow. Arcane Omens here. This is just GG. If you play the Arcane Omens, then it's usually instant. But I want to play the Emeritus. I think that's just the wrong pick, to be completely honest. But I want to play the Emeritus. There's a Dismember, and there's an Artistic Process. I think the correct pick is just the Dismember, but the Artistic Process has the mini Wrath, 2 damage to each creature, and is a 5-mana spell, which we currently don't have a ton of. We only have the Heated Arguments and the Divergent Equation. So it's not ideal. Wow, there's a Sundering Archaic. Love this card. There's also Sleight of Hand, which... Sleight of Hand is such a good card, but I think I'm gonna take the Sundering Archaic. It's a removal spell. It gets you back cards out of your graveyard. Sleight of Hand just smoothes out your draws so much. So I really love Sleight of Hand. There's also Stadium Tidal Mage here, but I don't think that I want to necessarily go there. There's an Essence Scatter pretty late, so we're going to take that. I think I'm just going to play the Strife Scholar just to have something to play for 5 and more. It's another Textbook Tabulator, which I don't think I want to play. Pick 5 Vastland Scavenger. Let's take the dual tactics, but I don't think I want to play them. Nice, we get a run behind. Absolutely. Chase Inspiration, we already have one. But yeah, run behind is just such an awesome card. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we get a Visionary Stance. So closing out the game is a little bit of a problem for this deck. Don't have a lot of creatures. We could play Micah here, or we could take the Embrace, the Paradox. Let's take the Embrace. Banishing Betrayal, there's a Transcendent Archaic, which is good, but I think I want the cheap removal spell, interaction spell. Alright. Alright. Cool. Yes, I'm gonna take Arcane Omens. My goodness. Spellbook Seeker, there's a Forum of Amity. I think I'm gonna take the Forum because I certainly want to splash black. Maybe we want some white in here, but maybe not, we'll see. Take the Baroque Banemaker. The Debater. Cool, alright, yeah, we're gonna take a Tabulator. That late Arcane Omens killed me. What is happening? Well, not the most streamlined deck, I have to say. But I think it has all the requirements. So we have a win condition in Exhibition Tidecaller, and also Divergent Equation. Unfortunately, we didn't get any Visionary Stances. So, or any spells that create creatures for us, which is a little bit unfortunate. So I think we have to protect this Tidecaller. So Tidecaller is more back here. I don't think I want to have Zephyr in the Tempests, do I? Cast an instant or sorcery spell. I mean, if this sticks, then it's pretty good. But you need cards in your hand. What do we have? Our card advantage is also not the greatest. We have the Emeritus, we have the Embrace, which I think we want to play. I don't think we want to have Tam in here, so let's get that out. I have a Pursue the Past. Yeah, the mana is going to be very awkward, even with 2 Potioner's Troves. Sapphire. Yeah, I don't think I want this card clogging up my hand. We have assembled a variety of spells that cost 5 and more. We have Arcane Omens, Heated Argument, Embrace the Paradox. We have the Divergent Equation to trigger the big opus on the Exhibition Tidecaller. We have the Strife Scholar, which has a 6 mana spell. So how does our interaction look like? Repel Calamity if we want to play it. I could see getting rid of Repel Calamity and Pursue the Past, but then we are relying on some very... I mean, Heated Argument is pretty unconditional. Very few cards that don't die to this. The only thing is if they play something with Watch 2. then this card just becomes so unwieldy. I think I even like the suite of creatures that we have. I mean, we have 2 textbook tabulators and a Strife Scholar, so I don't know, it's not amazing. But the tabulator blocks pretty well and can grow relatively large to where it becomes a problem at some point. Then what would we want to get rid of? Disdainful Stroke. The crux in this format is that Disdainful Stroke is so good in the mirror or against these big spells, but is terrible against the other half of the format. And in best of 1, you cannot just, you know, like, sideboard. So what's our interaction? We have Banishing Betrayal, Disdainful Stroke. Both of these are relatively... I mean, I like the Banishing Betrayal a little bit more here, I think. Essence Scatter, Tome Blast, Dismember. I mean, we have a Forum of Amity. Converge is going to be possible for probably 4 or 5. I don't think that we're gonna run into a lot of issues there. As long as we can deploy the Potion of Strove and not die. Two Essence Scatters are okay. Run behind. Get rid of the run behind. Do we think we are well equipped for the aggro matchup without? Well, I mean, Pal Calamity is not actually for the aggro matchup as well. So I could see Disdainful Stroke, Repel Calamity. Those are kind of fighting for the same spot. You know what? I'm gonna revisit it, but I'm gonna get rid of the Repel Calamity, and then we'll see how the games go. Getting rid of an entire color should up our consistency. What's this forest doing here? Oh yeah, Embrace the Paradox. I have some Surveil. We have the draw 3 here. But then it's Arcane Omens and Divergent Equation. That's our card advantage. I think I'm gonna keep it like this. Our black sources are gonna mostly come into play tapped. We have the Forum of Amity. Do we actually want to play this? Let's get rid of that. And then get another mountain. We're not actually that deep in red. 7, 8. So we have 8 blue sources. Maybe we want to... but 6 mountains. Should be okay if our mountains just show up a little bit too late. Or not. If we're sitting there with the Tome Blast and Expressive Fire Dancers. I think I'm going to try this. And then we'll revisit and see whether let's keep an eye out for white. If we at which turn we want to play white cards, or and at which point we are able to play the white cards. We have a Duck the Fervent. Alright, so we have a Potioner's Trove. If we can draw a single land in 2 draw spells, then we are golden. So let's keep it. We have our 2 main colors. Alright, we didn't find one in our first draw step. Oh, the Molten Core Maestro. Alright, but we found it on the second one. Molten Core Maestro is a problem, but we have run behind at least. We also have Sundering Archaic, so if we can get to 6. Maelstrom Artisan. Wow, taking 5 here is not ideal. Can play the Strife Scholar, or we can run behind. Let's keep up run behind and embrace the Paradox. We can even take 5 if they want to, and then we can embrace the Paradox. Hopefully deploy the 6th land, and the next turn play Sundering Archaic. Get their Molten Core Maestro. But we always have the plan of run behind plus gain 2 life. So let's end the turn. We would have white, by the way, white and red. Yeah, let's take those. Oh, Tablet of Discovery, pretty good. Let's see what they mill. Yeah, an island. Let's try to play the Embrace. Okay. The mountain. So, the question is here. The Sundering Archaic is very susceptible to the if we lose the Sundering Archaic now, then I think we're just not in a good spot. So let's play the Tabulator. Keep up. Can we play Tabulator? Yeah, let's play Tabulator. Fire Dancer. Paradox Gardens. We want to play a land next turn for sure. Yeah, let's keep the green source. Alright. And then we end the turn. And depending on what they are trying to play now, we can chase inspiration. Molten Core Maestro is probably gonna Make a lot of mana now. Impractical joke. It's not exactly what I was hoping to use this chase inspiration for, but let's play it. At least we now have a 3/6 X-proof. Sure, elemental mascot. I'm super okay with this. And they play their own fire dancer. Excellent. And we gain 2 life. Cool. Alright. Let's play this. And yeah, it doesn't really matter. We only need it for 2. I think I want to get rid of the... Oh, the Paradox Gardens was just... That was a stupid idea. Now they get to use their Maelstrom Artisan. Yeah. Wow, rapturous moment. I mean, I'm kind of happy that they don't have the Maestro anymore. But this is gonna be rough for us, probably. Spellbook Seeker. Okay, yeah, if it's just Spellbook Seeker, that's fine. They're probably gonna use their careful study here. Yeah, oh no, they're doing the rocket volley. That's fine. They have a 4/4 with double strike. I think the Fire Dancer has to go here, but we are taking 3 in the end. Next turn, who knows how many more. Yeah, and there's an island. Let's play the Strife Scholar. But keep the run behind. Back. Let's see what they have in store for us. Okay. They have a lot of mana now. And there's another Rapturous moment. Yeah, that's probably seals it for us. See, what we can do is before they attack, we play Run Behind. That levels up our tabulator. There's a Muse Seeker, sure. Have 15 cards, so if we manage to draw our mill card, that's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, let's resolve this. But now this is a 5/5. We'll have another flyer next turn, so I think... Yeah, I mean, if we get back or put back the Spellbook Seeker, then that would tie up the most mana for them. If we just put back the Elemental Mascot, then it's... They can play it and still use this Muse's Encouragement. So I think I'm gonna do this. Oh, we put it on top. Let's gain 2 life here. And then I think we'll just block with the Archaic. Tackle Artist, not ideal. They have another Elemental Mascot, which is really bad. Yeah, they just have the superior deck here. Well, there's the Tide Caller. Unfortunate. We're just gonna die next turn, aren't we? 1, 2... Yeah, that's 5. Alright. I mean, what I can see is putting a grapple with death. It's unconditional, it gains his life. Maybe take a grapple in. And maybe one of our mediocre creatures out. This is gonna come back to bite us for sure. The grapple with death is absolutely not well supported, but... Randy Savage. The Macho Man! Himself. Wow, that's a starting hand if I've ever seen one. Cool. And Arcane Omens. Oh my god. Poor Randy Savage. Hydro Channeler. I think we'll just Essence Scatter here. Slow them down until we can deliver the final blow, which is gonna come in next turn. Even can play Dismember here. So that's 5 cards in their hand. We're gonna discard 4 the way it stands right now. Yeah, but... And then next turn, Sundering Archaic, get rid of the Elemental Mascot, or Dismember, depending on what they are doing. Yeah, Sky Whale. Alright, Deluge Virtuoso. We're not really impressed by that, so I think we're just gonna get rid of the mascot here. Another deluge virtuoso. Okay. Alright. Not the greatest divergent equation here. We have dismember. They play something ridiculous. There's an expressive fire dancer. Could just get back the essence scatter. Essence scatter plus arcane omens. And then get rid of their last card. I don't know. Not in love with it. One, two. Could get back both. Play the essence scatter. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, this basically means we are top decking. But we have a removal spell. Oh boy. Let's play the Arcane Omens. Let's see what they... Oh, they have Chase Inspiration. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Want to keep the mountain? Is there anything that we have for discard? Don't think so. So let's play it. Alright, top deck war. They have three lands. Wow, elemental mascot. Pretty good. I think I'm gonna tap another Potioner's Trove. Pretty good. Are you attacking? Yes, they are. So apparently they have something. I think I'm just gonna not block here. Take the damage. And then hopefully draw something else other than lands. Any land, any non-land gives us, or any spell gives us 4 hit points, 4 life. Come on. Come on. Now I think we're gonna have to block. Hydro Channeler, sure. So do they have another Chase Inspiration here? Well, looks like it. Fractal Anomaly, okay, that's okay. Yeah, resolves. And then... Come on. That is not You are fucking kidding me. Alright, that's... We're taking 4 here. At the very least. Yep. This is ridiculous. Good game! Wow. Wow. Oh boy. Here we go. Into game number 3. We are 0-2. Even though we played Arcane Omens on our opponent on turn 4. Good hand. Gonna keep it. And we even drew the natural swamp. That's incredible. Opponent opens on Witherbloom. The Bogwater Lumerate is gonna go. Next turn, Potionist Trove. And then Tackle Artist. Opponent is not doing anything right now. Yeah, we're not gonna play the Exhibition Tidecaller until it's time. Alright, we have a Disdainful Stroke here. Opponent didn't play anything. For what if they don't play anything on 5? I think I just want to get out the Tackle Artist. Maybe we should have saved it one more turn. Okay, no, opponent is not doing anything. We have Banishing Betrayal here. So yeah, we're just gonna attack. And then probably the first big spell is gonna be Disdainful Stroked. If they target our Tackle Artist, we can Banishing Betrayal it. Alright. That's not gonna get hit by Disdainful Stroke. Oracle's Restoration. Okay, let's just get this back to your hand. Strife Scholar! Let's gain 2 life. I've never been happier to find a Strife Scholar. We can keep the Disdainful Stroke up. We have Grapple with Death if they do anything too weird. So if they play, if we find a land, an untapped land, then we can just Strife Scholar. Awaken the Ages, that is. Exhibition Tidecaller into Strife Scholar. Vicious Rivalry. You paid 4 for this spell, didn't you? Enjoy. Let's gain 2 life. We found the untapped land. Let's do it. Wait, what? Did I miscount? 2, 4? Doesn't this cost 6? Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright. Alright, well, we got a win. Yay! We're going up against the brilliant Maladuck. This looks rather good, right? Gonna start on the Titan's Graves, go to an island, have Banishing Betrayal if we want it, and then on turn 3 Potioner's Trove or Textbook Tabulator if we need it. Cool. Let's keep 7 and see what our opponent is up to. There's a Terramorphic Expanse, so probably also like lots of colors. I wouldn't be surprised to see an island here. Yep, there it is. We're also gonna play our island and then see what they are up to. No, they are... It looks like they might be tempo. I don't think I want to play the Banishing Betrayal here to keep them back. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Ooh, Disdainful Stroke. Is that interesting for us? We can play the Potioner's Trove, or we keep it, keep the Banishing Betrayal up, play the Potioner's Trove next turn and have Disdainful Stroke up. Because then this, yeah, that's actually good, I think. Tidal Storm Mage, that we will happily Disdainfully Stroke. Alright. And now... Are we gonna Potioner's Trove or are we Tackle Artist? I think I'm gonna play the Tackle Artist now that the coast is clear. And then next turn we have Potioner's Trove plus Textbook Tabulator if we want it. Abstract Paint Mage. And an Impractical Joke. Okay, well. I'm gonna play the Potioner's Trove. The question is, I don't think we want bouncing the Abstract Paint Mage does a lot. Are we just Textbook Tabulatoring? No, I think we have to keep this up depending on what they do, because the Deluge Virtuoso is actually gonna be a problem. I think we have to power through this. Okay, so they didn't have anything. I can run behind, I can Banishing Betrayal. If we Banishing Betrayal, we can gain some. I think I'm gonna try to run behind the Abstract Paint Mage. They didn't seem to find anything big, so let's try this. Okay, so they put it on top, so that means that this turn and next turn they will not have anything. Alright. We'll Surveil. Strife Scholar is not great, but better than nothing. We have Chase Inspiration and Banishing Betrayal up. So, let's see. They draw their Paint Mage, sure. Do they have anything else? Do we now want to Banishing Betrayal? Next time, nah. We can, depending on what they draw. But Surveil 1 currently doesn't do anything, so it's just my turn. Gonna play the Strife Scholar. Triggers the Tabulator. And then we're not gonna attack. Did they find something? Nope. Hydro Channeler. We are unimpressed by that. Didn't find any card draw either. Unsubtle mockery. Do you want to pay 2 life? They do. So the question is, what do we do? We can Banishing Betrayal here. Just bring it back to our hand. Surveil. That will get the tabulator. No, I think the best course of action is actually the Chase Inspiration. Right now, they don't get to Surveil. We still have a Banishing Betrayal if we want it. Alright. Let's gain 2 life. Essence Scatter. We can keep the Essence Scatter up, or we just play the Strife Scholar. We knew that they didn't have anything last turn, so I think I'm just gonna play this. Maybe that would have been... No, but then we couldn't have done it anyways. Okay, that's fine. Let's gain 2 life. I think I'm just gonna attack here. Sure, that's fine. Let's see. Did they find something? No, they did not. Alright, I think we are in the clear now. We have a heated argument. They're at 8 mana right now anyways. So, let's attack. They seem to be mana stuck. I mean, there's not a lot happening on our side, but it's better than what they have. Alright, I'm happy about this. Let's end the turn. Yeah, that's more mana for them, that's fine. It's also fixing, but I don't think that's necessary. Tome Blast, excellent. We're just gonna direct that at the Goblin Glassrite. And then go in for more. Let's gain 2 life. End the turn. There's a Stress Dream. Up to 1 target creature. What happens if I just return this to my hand? Do they get... They lose the 1 target. Yeah, they don't get to do anything. Dismember, okay. Essence Scatter and Mountain. We don't need either of them. Alright. Blazing Fire Singer. Are we I mean, let's grow our tabulator. But for the Fire Singer, really? Nah. That's just more mana for them. We don't care about this at all. I think we're just... Are we gonna dismember? Yeah, let's dismember. Cross the tabulator. There's an expressive Fire Dancer that should seal the deal. And if they don't block, they are dead. They just don't know it yet. They are blocking. I could have just killed them. Okay, well, my mistake. Of course, they were dead to the Tome Blast, anyways. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the turn. That was a stupid turn. Just play the heated argument, and then swing in for the win. Yeah, alright. They're off it. I mean, they flooded out heavily. They didn't find any payoffs for their Paint Mage. What do we think of this hand? It's very reactive. Our opponent goes first. We have 2 removal spells. And 1 card that we can't use right now, but we can play it. Huh. I think I'm gonna keep regardless. Oh, Augmenter. I think Augmenter just has to go immediately. Taking 4 here. Alright, Soloist, I'm okay with for the time being. Yep. Alright, let's play the Trove. And then next turn we can play the Scholar and keep Chase Inspiration up. Well, we can also grapple with death. Yeah, I think we have to do this. But depending on what they draw next, we might be in trouble here. If they have card draw. We have not seen our Emeritus yet. There's the Tide Caller at the very least. Gonna play the Strive Scholar. And a Fire Dancer, and keep the Inspiration up, I think. And then next turn we can Exhibition Tidecaller plus Awaken. Does that work? 2, 4, 6 only if we draw land. Chase Inspiration. Do they have another removal spell? Goblin Glassrite. Is not it. We're taking 2 here. That's fine. They have another Unsubtle Mockery. It's unfortunate. And we might be done. I'm gonna play the Tidecaller. We have enough mana up for surveillance, but taking one. They seem to be somewhat stuck on mana. We're gonna block the Soloist and the Scientist. I think we can take 4 here, right? Heated argument sounds good. Let's kill the solo. Maybe I should have done it. At instant speed on their turn. Oh, they have a disdainful stroke. Okay, well, that's fine. Resolves. I'm still gonna gain 2 life here. And we are all down to top decking. Yeah, I mean, no attacks. Don't think I should. Oh yeah, come on. No, I don't want to draw this. Yeah, I think this time we have to block. Let's get the Scientist out of here. And let's hope that we draw something nice. It is something nice. It is indeed something nice. Why are you tapping all 3? Please. Let me draw 3 cards. And gain 2 life. Alright. What did they draw? Land? Oh my god! This is unfathomable. Sure. Good game. Wow. And they exactly had 7. Wow. What a draw. And I was thinking that we just drew out of our slump. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah, and this is the run for this time. I mean, if we don't start in the dumps, right? Then there's what is the arc? There's just nothing to see then there. I think this deck was. I mean, I was surprised that it performed mana wise. Actually, we didn't have any issues at all. Emeritus showed up once. It looked like he could turn around the entire thing, but then we just died. Incredible. Arcane Omens. I mean, the Arcane Omens game was just ridiculous. You know, showed up once, discarded the opponent's hands, and then we drew nothing but lands, and it died to our opponent's 3 drops. Yeah, maybe a little bit low on the card draw. So the card advantage was basically just Emeritus, then the Embrace, and Divergent Equation. But Divergent Equation is also just for later. And we definitely saw how this can negatively impact us. The removal this time around was fine. Arcane Omens, of course, is also card advantage, but only if we are able to commit to the board afterwards and don't just draw a lot of lands. Strife Scholar, actually surprisingly solid here. Was usually immediately the target of a removal spell. I mean, this ward is not a huge problem for the opponent normally. But yeah, we didn't get to mill somebody out. Basically, unfortunate that this deck did not really do what I wanted it to do, basically. Unfortunate. 2 and 3. I mean, in these low tiers, I don't think you can actually lose a rank. So let's hope that next time things swing around a little bit for us. Until then, see you.